Welcome, everyone, to the Primeval Cast, Episode 2. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Louie. What's up, Louie?
Hi.
All right, so thanks to Louie once again. He got me involved in Primeval, my new favorite. I love the show, and I had to keep watching. So we're going to be reviewing Season 1, Episode 2. Not sure what it's called, but it basically starts off now in this subway system. Is that like the London Underground? Basically,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So it's in the London Underground. People are taking the train, I guess, to work, and this lady, I guess she's got her headphones on, and she noticed she feels like something's touching her. It winds up being some type of creature that's like a spider, I guess, right? Or what is it, like a bug? Some type of bug? Anyway.
Sorry, my thing was on mute then. It's like a giant spider bug.
Spider bug, right. So she chops off, I guess, one of its legs. They get word from the home office. They're not sure if it's really like a genuine thing, because the guy doesn't want to believe that anomaly is going to start popping up. He thought it was done. But what's his name finds out about it? Connor Temple. And he wants to keep it a secret. He wants to basically make a play for Abby, thinking Abby Maitland is single, and he really likes her. So how cool would it be if they investigated together, and then they could call upon the Professor Cutter and Stephen Hart later on. But he did selfish purposes. They could have been killed. Okay. So they decide to go. He also finds out that she kept the lizard, because nobody really knows she kept the lizard.
Yeah, Rex.
Yeah, Rex. So she goes, and he finds out that she likes Stephen Hart. And right away he plays her off. Maybe he's gay. He's basically trying to get her against any shot at Stephen, because he wants to have a chance at her. Okay, which is kind of very selfish, very dangerous. This is a serious matter. But again, once again, he is a student, so he makes mistakes.
Yeah, I think he's a bit immature.
It turns out that Abby basically says, you know what, let me text them, because we may be in trouble. And, thank God they're saved. They get, I guess they get saved. And the professor gets so pissed off, he fires Connor. You're done. You're done, buddy. And he gets emotionally upset and miserable. They find out that there is an anomaly that is having these spider creatures coming out in the tunnels, and they're chasing after them. They have the whole team. The professor gets stuck where he's in danger, and he has to go in a different direction. Then he thinks he sees his wife again. Now, in the last episode, he saw his wife, and he's like, all right, he knows she's alive. All right? So he sees his wife.
She's kind of teasing him. Yeah,
she's teasing. That's basically what she's doing. And his best friend is like, no, man, I got to go in there. I'm going to save him. The hell with it. So, we also have this other creature, an arthropod.
Arthroplora thing.
Arthroplora, whatever. It's like a caterpillar
centipede thing.
Centipede, yes, thank you. It's a centipede. And the spiders weren't really the big thing, but the centipede is the huge thing that's chasing after Professor Cutter. So basically he goes to save his friend, and he gets bit. And then it's like, now...
Holy crap, he's going to die.
He's going to die, but all of a sudden he sees Helen. And she's like standing over him and like goading him and like taunting him. And it's like, is it a hallucination? Is it not? What's happening? And then he tells the professor. The professor really didn't tell anybody that he saw Helen either. So, he's like, oh my God. Then it's like he's dying, and he tells Abby he would love to have dinner with her. He would love to go out with her. She said she'll sleep over or whatever, just live. And then he's out, and they have to get Connor back, because Connor's an expert with all this. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're kind of forced to. I don't think the professor would have granted him ever again because of that. And lo and behold, we also have, well, basically this anomaly it's not weak. It doesn't close.
Yeah, this is a case where the anomaly is actually quite strong.
Yes,
and it's going to be there for some time before it closes.
You also find out, I guess, they didn't like the light, right? They didn't like. They had one part where I think Connor went to throw a chair. Am I thinking the right thing, or am I thinking the one after that? At the centipede, he was trying. It was like.
Oh, you know, no, it is because of the time period. They were affected by the light.
They were affected by the light, and then they threw something at the caterpillar. There was the thing where with the caterpillar that they somehow got it to where it got electrocuted, and then the thing died.
And that was because that was actually by mistake because they didn't intend for it to die, but
right. But the thing was, he was saying that it wasn't going to be poisonous, but then it was. So this leads me to believe that maybe someone in the past is evolving these creatures or changing these creatures up where
that's a cool theory.
They don't make any sense. Okay, because if you remember episode 1, they were saying that his wife was seeking stuff out because she said there's links, there's stuff in there that it doesn't make any sense on evolution, how like these creatures evolve beyond whatever. It doesn't make any sense. There's gaps. There's things. It can't be possible. So just imagine if there's a group back there that's evolving these creatures or making weapons of these creatures. You know,
that's a really good
point. Then of course Connor was wrong where it is poisonous because he wouldn't know that, you know, or genetically engineered or something. So they were able to save Stephen, but the problem was he got amnesia and he didn't remember anything. So that whole thing with Abby and everything, she didn't want to tell him. It wasn't her place. She felt that it was meant to be. He would remember and ask her again. And that's the whole point. She wanted to make sure it wasn't a fluke that he asked her out. So we also get Claudia Brown is getting close with the professor. She's falling in love with the professor. And anytime like his wife's name is mentioned, she gets pissed off.
Yeah, she starts to get jealous.
Even Lester was saying, listen, are you getting close to this guy? Because, she's like, no, it's professional. She lies, of course. Or maybe she don't know herself, So it gets interesting because then they show a preview of the next one, which I want to do a separate cast on it. But let me get your take. When you first saw this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what did you think?
What, of the episode or the preview?
Yeah, because it is. If you see the pilot, you think it's all going to be dinosaurs and stuff,
Yeah.
It's like T-Rexes, and it's going to be all right. After a while, it's going to get boring. No, it's none of that. There's like every type of race to choose from in the past at different periods of time that makes it so interesting.
Yeah, I agree, and that's one of the reasons I love it so much. It's like
and you
change
think
it up.
you know what the show is, and you have no clue because then they go crazy and they do different things, and you're like, what the hell is that? Which we'll go on to the next one. But I love the team. I love Connor with Abby. I love Stephen because he's like the action hero guy. I like the professor a lot because he's like, he's the strength. He's like he'll go in there if he's going to
carry the show.
Yeah, he'll leap into stuff. Like even though he's the lead, he'll put himself in the forefront to protect his people. Okay, and I like that about him because he's a massively strong leader. He cares about his team. He cares about people. He cares about anybody getting hurt by these creatures. He wants to go public, but the home office is like, no, we can't tell anybody. There'll be mass hysteria.
Exactly.
So I really like that. That besides the fact that his wife is here and there, okay, and also make no mistake, she disappeared for 8 friggin' years. Okay, that takes a toll. It's not necessary that he's lovesick over her. There will be points that he's angry that she how dare she leave me on this earth alone, miserable. But now the fact that she's alive, he believes. He's starting to get angry. He's starting to get angry because it's like, I keep seeing you pop up. Well, there's only 2 episodes, but he sees it popped up, and she's like taunting him. And he's like, yo, you're nothing but a, what the hell? How dare you? How dare you play with my emotions? How dare you put your scientific job first, against our love and everything? To hell with anomalies, to hell with the creatures. You marry me, you love me, that's where it is, Like, he wouldn't put his job first either. He wouldn't, like, if something happened, if he had to give up his professor job, he would, because that's his family, his wife. But she didn't do that for him, which he don't really know what's going on, but he's starting to get annoyed that it's like she wants him to chase after her. It's like a childhood game. And he's starting to get annoyed.
Seeking.
Yeah, he don't know if it's really her or not yet, but he's starting to get pissed off and annoyed rather than, oh, my wife. What? It's not like, oh, my God, I love you, sweetheart. No, he's getting pissed off. So that's a great emotion, because it's all that love and misery is turning into hatred, because it's like, how dare you, like, do that to me?
It's becoming quite raw.
Right. How dare you? And when he finds out that his friend saw her and she didn't even help him, it's like, well, how dare you? For some reason, his friend has history with her too. I don't know if that's his sister or whatever. Maybe it's a relation like that, a brother.
Yeah, sister. I think because
it might be a family thing. I don't know yet. Or
Stevens was like a big part of Carter's life before the anomaly thing.
Well, you were close with her too, so it's like, well, what is she? So the thing is that the fact that she could have died, and she's just talking, that's what pissed off the professor. And you'll see that anger evolve.
Yeah, you can definitely see that. What do you think on Claudia Brown and James Lester at this point?
I think that she's not really bad. I think that she's genuinely good, but she's known about him for some time. Maybe she studied him besides that one incident, and she grew fond of him, and now seeing him in person, she's falling in love with him. She's like, okay, he's single, he's this, but now with this thing with his wife, she don't think the wife's alive, but she keeps hearing the wife, and it's kind of like a downer, So now if they're gonna be forced to work together, like, why wouldn't they hook up? Like, in her mind, I think it is. Like, what would it hurt? They're gonna be working together all the time with these anomalies. What's the difference? He's single, she's single. So plus, I mean, we also have Connor that has to deal with his friends. Peer pressure.
That's true.
His friends, he's trying to be cool and all that stuff.
And you see in future episodes it's gonna affect him.
Yeah, he's trying to be cool, and he starts like, and then it's falling on and blows up in his face, basically. Where, maybe he was in that job like with his friends, but now he's on the other side. It's like he sees the reality. So after losing his job and then getting it back, now the kid is like, okay, I really love doing this. I can't screw this up. So I can't say anything. I can't really tell anybody, this is, piss everybody off. So I think, was it in the second episode that he told his friends about it?
Yeah, but they dismissed it as a joke.
Right.
And
yeah, exactly. So already it started, and then it blew up in his face, basically. So we get this thing that, guess what? The portal just doesn't close. The anomaly just doesn't close, and it's like, okay. So now the first one closed. You think right away that this portal is going to have more things pop out, but no. So besides, we'll talk about episode 3 next. I just want to say, though, I'm getting used to these characters. I'm getting close to these characters. I really hope we don't lose these characters. I'm gonna say right now that, it's like a thing like Walking Dead. Like, I don't see us losing the professor. I don't see us, like, certain people you just can't lose.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
All I'm going to say is don't look anything up.
Yeah, I'm not looking, I swear, I'm not looking anything up. Even if I see a picture, I'm like, not even like, because when I go to watch it on Daily Motion, I don't even want to look at the picture because I'm, So, again, for me, I'm not rating the episodes because it's a new thing for me, and I don't really want to rate it because I'm enjoying it. If I'm enjoying it, it's perfect. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
for
happy
me,
with
this
it.
is all. Sorry, for me, these episodes for all of series one, actually, they're around about like 10 out of 10 because they're just
But
really engaging. But I was gonna
the
say,
music really gets you.
hmm,
Like, I think that's the most catchy theme.
yeah, it's
And they
like
show
Doctor
their
Who theme
faces. It's like
tune.
really like it's like, oh, like action. You know, oh, like it's like in there.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's like you think of Doctor Who theme tune and you're like, that's a good theme tune. But then you hear the
Did
Primeval
anybody did the
one.
score for that? Didn't not? Does anybody know or no?
Um, oh, I think his name's Dominic someone, but he's no
Okay.
one we know.
Oh, okay. So
But he does some really good, not just with the theme tune, just like the soundtrack for the rest of the show is really good.
now I did
When we
get a
get,
tweet. I'm sorry, Gavin.
oh, sorry, I was going to say when we get to episode 4, I'll bring something up about the music.
Okay. I do want to say that we were retweeted our first Primeval Cast from what you said, the Primeval fan organization,
It's
right?
because people out there, they want the show to come back and they just, because it's not been cancelled, that's the thing. It's just been put on hiatus
And
because
nobody's
of
really talking
funding.
about it that much, right?
Yeah, that's why we need to boost it back up and
So
doing these
hopefully
podcasts.
these casts serve that purpose where, you know, all you Whovians out there, Doctor Who fans, that you haven't watched Primeval, well, guess what? There's only one episode of Doctor Who Christmas special, so get on that. Okay?
Exactly. And
Get on that.
if you like Doctor Who, I think you'll really enjoy Primeval
I think you
because
will love it. If you
it's
saw
time travel with dinosaurs.
right. All my subscribers out there and anybody who's watching this, please check out Primeval. And then hopefully you can do podcasts too. Let's get the word out. Let's grow up the fan base. Let's make it massive to give them a voice that says, hey, look at all these fans. Look what they want. We're going to give them a full season. That's what we want. So I hope you guys like this cast. And again, it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Louie. So thank you, Louie.
No problem.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.